Hey, Farva, what's the name of that restaurant you like with all the goofy shit on the walls and the mozzarella sticks?
Welcome to the Cam Shenanigans podcast.
You mean Shenanigans? Oh! You're talking about Shenanigans, right?
Where Mike, Trent, and Zach, and a guest will debate all things automotive.
Our shenanigans are cheeky and fun.
Yeah, I mean, his shenanigans are cruel and tragic.
Make sure to check out Cam Automag on all the social medias at Cam Automag. And don't forget to support our sponsor, Hustle Energy.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Cam Shenanigans. My name is Trent. I am joined by the one, the only, the one who thinks your bowl is too small, Mr. Mike Chandler.
Bringing back the classics.
That's it. No words. A man, a few words. Okay. And then the one who likes to make things out of 35 millimeter film, Mr. Zach Lords.
What's up?
And then we are joined by a longtime fan of the program, in that we're only the third episode in, so everybody's a long-term fan. But long-term viewer of the Cam Shenanigans in general, not the podcast, Mr. AJ Glasswalker.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us today, AJ, on what is proving to be less of a train wreck today. So that's a good sign. We've got Zach running the board today, though. So if there are any problems, you can't blame me today.
The
We're going to put it all on Zach.
His title.
Yes, he is on the boards, and by that I mean he is clicking the buttons on the web browser.
I'm not on the books yet. Maybe someday. Like just on the
No. If you want some Swedish fish, I can pay you in that fun size.
I will. I'll take those all day, every day.
Okay, I will dig through my kids' Halloween candy and see if I can find any for you.
You're gonna make me
There you
steal
go.
from your kids. Oh, I feel bad about it.
That's the dad tax, dad Halloween tax.
Yes, and fortunately for me, I follow the Biden tax plan. So you gotta make sure to take as much as possible there.
Mm-hmm.
I knew AJ would enjoy that one, but
A bit.
yeah. So AJ, tell us a little bit about yourself for anybody who might be new to the Cam Shenanigans, and for those who are new, I guess I should mention first we'll talk to our guest, and then we get into a rousing debate, and good times are had by all. So first of all, take it, AJ, and let us know a little bit about yourself.
I'm originally from California. I met you guys through Gavin, and I've just been a fan of everything you guys do ever since. I'm big into Saabs, big into American Muscle, specifically Mopar, and I'm just here enjoying the fun.
So
Now, a Saab recently saved your life, correct?
It did about a month ago. I hit a Honda Accord almost head on doing about 60, and I walked away with a single bruise.
Wow. That is impressive. And you've been on the hunt ever since for a new one, correct?
I have. The market's kind of crappy right now just because of COVID and just the used car market in general is kind of crazy. I do have a funny story about one that I was looking at, if you guys have time for that.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Yeah.
So, Facebook Marketplace, this guy was selling, it's an 06 Saab 9.3 Aero. So it's the second to top trim level. Had the 6-speed manual, had the 2.8 turbo V6 engine. A rare car, but definitely not as rare as this guy was making it out to be. He was trying to say in his ad that it was like one of 14 produced in this special color. I don't know, but he wanted like $8,000 for it. and it had an O2 sensor that was bad, and it needed like some work done in the AC. So I offered him 5,500 because that's about what that car is worth in actuality, and he got all upset about it and basically told me to kick rocks. And the ad disappeared from Facebook for a couple of months or a couple of weeks. And then, sure enough, yesterday I'm browsing Facebook Marketplace, and he's got it listed for 5,500. So I showed it to Justin McIntyre, who's my other Saab nerd friend that we nerd about Saabs all the time, and he goes, "Offer him $4,000."
Oh, I was about to say, like, offer him like 3,500 and see what he does.
Yeah, for sure. So, yeah, he was trying to tell me that it was this like rare like collectible car, and I'm like, nah, dude. And like the front nose splitter was missing. It ended up being a complete mess. But he's like, yeah, it's super rare and it's super desirable, and I'm actually letting it go pretty cheap. And I'm like, nah, dude, you don't know what you got. He gave me the "I know what I got" speech. It was great.
Nice. And you know what? That's the thing that I find funny about people who don't really have super rare cars. They try and justify the rarity. So, like, if you have one of the last few years of a Dodge Viper, everybody has a one of one, like, or one of three, because first of all, they're low production cars, but it's like they had to make it even more rare because there's only 3 made in this year of this color combo. It's like, just call it what it is. It's a Viper.
I was doing some research on MR2s, and it's like the last generation of the Turbo MR2. I think they sold like 90 of them for the worldwide market. So it's like there's like 60 of them here in the US. So it's like 1 of 60. Wow.
Yeah. It's like
60's rare, but it's not like the Ferrari F60 America where they made 60 total.
Yeah.
They made thousands of them. Just happens to be this year they only made 60 of them.
Yeah, it's like, it's still, at the end of the day, it's an SW20. Like, let's not get our panties in a bunch over this thing.
But it's a turbo SW20. Oh.
And it's a light one, so it's not going to kill you as hard with the snap oversteer.
It might have an airbag.
Here's the thing too that I've noticed. Here's the thing too I've noticed is a lot of people confuse rare with collectible. Like, just because it's rare doesn't mean it's collectible. Like, I don't know, the VW thing is rare, but I'm not going to pay through the nose for one. You're not going to see that at Barrett Jackson.
There's I saw a great thing on Facebook a couple of years back where it was like a 50s ad for how to sell your car, and it was a bunch of just like the stuff you've seen everywhere, where it's like has been garage parked, it's collectible. Oh, that's just surface rust. If I ever find it, I'll put it in the Cam Shenanigans.
It's just surface rust. Don't worry, it's not Bondo. It's a lightweight material.
It's got a tree growing through it.
It has composite materials in the manufacturing.
Space age
aftermarket composite bodywork.
Aftermarket composite bodywork.
Space age
hand fabricated.
Hand fabricated. Collectible custom
3M. Cutting edge.
Cutting edge. Definitely didn't buy it until it got Walmart.
Lord no. Definitely didn't get it off a pallet somewhere.
Custom paint done by Krylon.
Hey.
Or no, it's just Krylon's Customs.
Krylon custom paint.
Damn.
Hey, it's once above Rust-Oleum Customs.
Yeah, Rust-Oleum.
Still a step below Mako, but
I was going to say, as long as we don't have any Valspar in there, I think we're good to go.
Hey, man. How dare you? Nothing but the finest house paints for my 83 Mercury.
I just want to latex the whole car.
Painted this thing with a 4-inch brush. What are you talking about? Just...
There's a TikTok. I know the youth here TikTok of some dude just using a roller brush paint his Camry, and he's looking like looks like he knew what he was doing. Like it was like his idea. Like, I'm gonna paint my car white.
Hey man, sometimes you just gotta let him go. And my coworker, who is my age and has a child, she like every half an hour she runs over because there is a TikTok she just has to show me. And to be fair, most of them are funny. So.
I have a collection of TikToks of the ones that I think are funny, and I'll show my friends. It will be, hey, here is my 16 hours invested with the 13 funny TikToks I've found. I've done the hard work for you. I've seen all the thoughts.
Hey.
Yes. So apparently, I'm doing all of Zach's work for him here. By the way, but
You're just so
AJ,
good at it.
speaking of quality,
Oh, boy.
how is it that Sobs and Mopars go together?
Sobs just was kind of, a byproduct of me knowing Justin McIntyre and just kind of, I drove his SPG and I wasn't really on the Saab train until I drove it, but having driven a couple of them and having worked on a couple of them, they really just are a treat to work on. They're so easy. Parts are so cheap to find. And, they routinely go 200, 300,000 miles. And they're, every single one of them, every single model has a different little like quirky feature that, just tickles me to death. And then Mopar is just, I've been an American muscle guy ever since I was born.
Nice.
Yeah. We're all fans of yachting, so.
I almost bought, so I was at a Walmart when I had my Challenger in Hawaii, and I never did it, but I wish I had. I was going to buy one of those little like fishing boat anchors and then just
Did that.
keep it in the trunk. And whenever I pulled it to the car meet, just drop the anchor.
Damn, that is.
I actually have a picture of me sitting in a lawn chair in the trunk of the Challenger. So I had the trunk flap open, and I put the lawn chair in the trunk, and I captioned it. What did I caption it? Like on the deck or something, on the deck of the boat or on the deck of the yacht.
Nice.
Perfect.
You got to own it.
Oh, absolutely.
So, you've been looking for all sorts of different vehicles. At least you've posted about it. Primarily, you like the Saab because one, it's been super safe for you, and you have parts for it. Like your turbo showed up, like a couple days after you wrecked your car, right?
That was
the
sad.
same day. So it showed up that
Same
morning.
day. Oh,
It showed up in the mail that morning, but after I'd already left for work. I got home and it was sitting on the doorstep. After I got home from wrecking.
Yeah, no, I saw that post and it was like, that just digs deep. That hurts.
Yeah, that's kick me when I'm down. Why don't you?
yeah. Well, you've had some good things happen. It looks like you're in your new house.
I am. It's great. We love it.
Nice.
That's great. Congratulations. The last time you were on, you were still in your old place, so that's good and exciting. And since then, you've also stuffed a lawnmower in a Miata, or attempted to, rather.
I did. I almost stuffed a lawnmower in a Miata. There was a little bit of trouble getting the door shut. It's not my Miata, so I wasn't in 100% about bungee cording the door shut just to get it to Home Depot. So I ended up just having the owner of the Miata, actually, my soon-to-be brother-in-law, who's also got a Saab because of me. We threw it in the back of his wagon and drove it up. But yeah, I
Nice.
put a Honda lawnmower in the front seat of a Miata.
Nice. You're spreading the word of Saab, though. Got your future brother-in-law to buy one, huh?
Yeah, and he absolutely loves them. It's crazy. He's like looking for another one now.
Yeah.
Nice. There's one Saab that I really liked. So I'm not big on Saab and their quirkiness and all that. But one Saab that I really wanted was the last 9.5 that they made made like a couple thousand of them before Saab shut down.
Oh yeah. I forget what the chassis code
2000.
is.
Yeah, 2010 I think is the year it was, but yeah.
It's 11 or 12, I think.
11 or 12? Okay. Wow.
Yeah, was the last year because the last generation 9.3 available, I think, is 2011, and that the 9.5 came out either the same year or the year after.
Gotcha. Yeah, there's something about those I like.
Back to this right here. I was a part of this, shoving large things in Miatas.
Putting a 190cc thing in a Miata passenger seat.
I don't want to take this away to me here, but a buddy of mine, actually Andrew, his bike broke on a ride, and we had a Miata following us, and so we shoved it in the passenger seat and drove it to my shop.
Alrighty. I mean, that's short and sweet and to the point. I like it.
Well, I sent AJ the picture of a local guy here who picked up a jet ski in a Miata.
Yeah, he had a top down and had it like sitting on the tops of the tops of the seats or something.
Yeah, and so the guy who is my barber was good friends with him, and he told me the story. He's like, hey, when all you've got is a Miata and a good deal on a jet ski comes up, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Hey, man. Utility is what you make it.
So why not?
Necessity is the mother of invention.
I was just about to say that, actually. As they say in the Marines, adapt and overcome.
There you go.
So we've got we're going to throw things off a little bit because we can't seem to figure out the dice rolling and all that. But we're just basically going to make you pick between
I've got
1 and 5.
I have a bag of dice if we just really want me to throw down.
Well, I want AJ to pick his poison. I think that'd be kind of funny.
I mean, yeah, but that also.
I mean, I'm good for whatever.
All right, AJ,
I'm
pick
slightly
your poison.
buzzed and feeling belligerent.
No?
So you get to pick between 1 and 5, and that will determine which topic we get to debate tonight.
4.
And speaking of belligerent, I do want to. Last time me and AJ really spent some quality time together was Extra Life when we were doing 4 and 7, and just everybody just assholing the shit out of us, just belligerent for the sake of belligerence.
We pissed somebody off, and he was like hunting us down every single race and just bumping us as much off course as he could. Yeah,
it was a Starboy dude, and then out of nowhere, he just did himself dirty. Like it was fun. It was fun.
So, it was a good time.
He must be in Formula D.
Haha! Eat shit, Taylor Hull.
So he picked the number 4.
Perfect.
Yeah. So the topic
between 1 and 5.
Yeah, it is. You are correct, AJ. Good job.
Yep.
I mean, I could have said
explain
7,
that
but
to Zach, but yeah.
Well, yeah, I had issues with counting earlier, so I appreciate you being on par with that.
Yeah, he did.
Marines.
It wasn't necessarily counting; it was more like reading.
Well, did you know that I removed the number from the wrong one?
Fucking hell, no!
Yeah, he's special. He's our Zach.
I have Trent yelling at me about running the podcast. I'm over here trying to do this thing, and this.
Yeah, it takes work, doesn't it?
I'm still gonna give you shit for every time you mess up.
Meanwhile, me and AJ are just over here having a couple drinks. I'm wearing sweatpants, so I don't know what you guys are on about.
You're wearing pants?
I'm wearing sweatpants.
Hey, I still got my jeans on.
I'm still in my work uniform.
Red sweatpants. Stolen
your
from
girlfriend's sweatpants?
No, they were stolen from the University of Utah men's basketball program by my brother, the high school teacher, who's getting married in June, by the way. So
congrats.
Yeah, so your
boy
has to cut some weight and write up a hell of a best man speech. So
I was gonna say, are you training to be Santa Claus to pick up some extra money, a little side hustle there?
No, my side hustle is selling frozen breakfast burritos. So that's a thing that's actually happening. People are actually wanting to buy them. So Jeff Whalen actually officially put in an order. So
hey, there you go. Congratulations on your first sale.
Thank you.
This one is for you.
Thank you.
So,
Andrew Jolly, there you go. So
It'll come up again. It always does.
It really does. So the topic that you picked, and you don't get to choose which side you defend, but it's the one you heard before we started recording. Books.
The one I just threw in on a whim.
Yes. Books, are they big dumb magazines or are they actually cool? And so you don't get to pick your which side you take. We're gonna try the old Siri trick this time. How about that?
Okay.
AJ has entered the ring. He doesn't know which team he's on, though.
I know which team I want to be on.
But you're not going to get that's how the system.
Nor do you know who you're going to be facing.
Yeah, I was gonna say, since Mike, you've been kind of on the outs this time, in terms of Zach and I infighting each other on the trying to figure out the behind the scenes stuff. Do you want to take this one?
Yeah, sure. Why not? I'll hang another L on the board. Why not?
Hey. At least you can own that. Okay, so AJ,
Man, I know where my bread is buttered.
You're gonna pick heads or tails.
Heads.
Siri, flip a coin.
So condescending to Siri.
It's heads. There you go.
Yes.
Okay, so there's proof, Zach, so you don't accuse me of things again, even though sometimes they're true.
If you wouldn't have said anything, I would have never, ever pre-vote Mike.
Thank you, Andrew. I need that little bit.
I'm already losing.
Well, I will set a timer for what are we doing? 2 minutes?
Sure, why the fuck not?
Or we've always been short. Let's do a minute and a half, 90 seconds.
I would say a little like last time we actually came up pretty close to 2 minutes. But no, it's your call.
I mean, you guys kind of ran out of steam at like 1:30 and then just trailed off by like 1:45.
Do you know what we did again? We didn't pick which one was heads or tails.
No, we didn't.
You just flipped a coin.
I was waiting to find out, and
Waiting for that to drop.
anything.
Yeah,
I was just like, are you going to let him pick now? Or
Yeah, I thought I got to pick because I won the coin toss.
Well,
okay,
your guess is as good as ours, AJ.
Yeah, I have no idea. Okay, so we're gonna say AJ goes first. It's episode 3. We're figuring this
You're
out.
still not fixing the issue. Which one is he picking, though? Fix the issue.
We're gonna do it this way again. So AJ's going first.
Gosh.
Heads means the books are big dumb magazines, and tails means they're actually cool.
Okay, so
Siri, flip
so
a coin.
complicated.
Yes, it's heads.
That's always that.
So AJ gets to go first, and then
AJ gets to go first, and he's arguing for big dumb magazines.
4
Okay.
books. All right, excellent. Give me that timer.
And go.
All right, so Orson Scott Card, the creator of the Ender's Game series, actually put it best in saying that books are the pinnacle of expressive media. Movies are bound by too many restrictions. You're bound by the laws of physics. You're bound by the laws of camera. There's a lot of restrictions, even though it's something that you can see with your own eyes. However, books, you can have them be as long as you want. You can have them, deviate as far as you want. You're not bound by the 2-hour, time slot or hour and 50 minutes. You can have fantasy, you can have sci-fi. The limits are only limited by your own mental capacity and your own mental imagination. So books are excellent. I've read plenty of book series in my time. I enjoy every minute of it. I'm the kind of person who can go through, 2 or 3 books in a week. Books are excellent. They improve your vocabulary. They improve your problem solving through reading comprehension. Books are excellent. Movies are great.
10
TVs
seconds.
are great. But books really are the pinnacle of expressive media.
With
10
2
seconds?
seconds to spare. Good
2
job.
seconds to spare.
Okay, we
Well
keep
played.
doing the same action
Mike,
trend where
drop.
you unmuted Mike, then I muted Mike because you just unmuted him. Let me
Well-
run the podcast.
So
If-
am I in
if
the
you were
penalty box,
consistent,
or-
If you were consistent, then
I wasn't
would
consistent
let-
for 2 minutes, and then I lose all privilege.
You showed
So,
your true colors in those 2 minutes.
Well, Mike,
I
are
mean-
you ready for a rebuttal?
to point out that that books are just big dumb magazines.
You did this to yourself, by the way. It was
Well-
your topic.
Well, I mean, so
Oh, shit.
what the?
That
All
was
right.
Zach.
This is going well.
This is going great.
I can't do this.
No,
I mean, I
Damn
thought
it.
I had a pretty good argument coming out of the gate.
I did, but I also thought you were supposed to be arguing for big dumb magazines.
Yes, you just went with the opposite, which is fine. Mike, we're
I-
keeping you on your toes.
I thought I was 4 books.
You were. I don't.
Mm.
We're not good. We're not good
We
at
can't
Why not?
podcast,
We're
all
really,
right?
we're really bad at this whole like debate topic thing. Like witty banter, we can do for days. But
Your drink is not that strong, AJ. We're just that bad.
Had to check.
alrighty, let's see what I can shit out in 2 minutes, huh?
You got a minute and a half.
Whatever.
I was going to do that, Trent.
You've shown your true colors.
I'm muting you.
Listen, I'm willing to take the L while you two bicker. Like that's just hilarious to me.
Trent can go fuck off. You have your time.
I'm like, is somebody gonna like just count me?
Would
in,
you
or
like
just-
your? Yeah. Just go.
All right. AJ is right. Books are wonderful and magical things. However, they are, I mean, he can go through 2 or 3 books in a week. I, on the other hand, am still on the same 2 books I started a little over a year ago because I just don't have that kind of time. However, something I can get through are magazine articles. Why? Because they are shorter. They get to the point. They are just as informative, and there are always new ones out there. So there is always something new. Do you necessarily need to go super in depth on something? No. Sometimes you just need to bullshit your way through a conversation at a party. That's what time is here for. Wonderful. Is it dense? Is it wordy? Is it up its own ass sometimes? Yeah, sure. But you're at a cocktail party with your girlfriend and her coworkers, and you really need to just figure out a way out of this thing. So you know what? Well, I was reading in Newsweek the other week, and there you go. Wonderful. But there's also not bullshitting your way through a party. There's also fun, informative stuff. Like, I mean, Hot Rod Magazine is kind of the genesis of where we kind of came to be as car guys. You know, once a month you would get this rag in your mailbox, and it would be some guy saying, "Hey, here's how you throw a flathead in a 38, Ford or whatever," and away we would go. And so, I mean, yeah, I kind of ran out of steam. I need another beer.
And your timer's up.
Perfect.
AJ's
So I'm
muted.
just
There we go.
Alrighty.
Crack into it.
At least you made it to the timer.
Oh, thank God for that.
The engine cut out as you were coasting across the finish line. I'm going to call that good.
I didn't pull a Lando where it just died as I crossed the finish line to start
Yeah,
my
you
last
weren't-
lap.
You weren't crossing the finish line on 3 wheels.
Oh no! See, that would have been epic. No, I mean, I took the white flag as I coasted across the line and then died 60 yards after the line.
I did like your reference to the when Phil Bougie at a party. I read the New Yorker.
Sometimes that's all you need, man. Sometimes, Listen, you just start quoting like a piece of literature, actual honest to God literature. Hold on. I legit have a copy of War and Peace within arm's reach. You start talking about that sort of stuff, Tolstoy, Joyce, whatever. Okay, that's a pamphlet. There it is. Zach's got
I've got
reading material.
the true reading material right here. Dad jokes. Terribly good dad jokes.
About 10 feet that way is my How to Get Shit Done book that I still haven't read because I can't get shit done.
God damn it! All of my
takes
books,
like an hour to read tops.
all of my books are in my bedroom. I'm here in the office, and it's nothing but just like the boomerest of boomer reading material.
Maybe that's why you're not enjoying books, because you're not reading something that appeals to you.
No, I've got two books I've been trying to get through. I got Brian Posehn's book, and then I've got this Mr. Rogers book. Like, I got them both for Christmas a couple of years ago, and I've been trying to get through them. It's just I don't have fucking time. It's a bit of a struggle.
You're also reading the book equivalent of a documentary.
I like documentaries.
Oh yeah,
but they can be dry at the best of times.
I mean, this is true, but I find them very entertaining.
All right.
This is
Before
true.
you go,
this is like 10 feet from here as well too.
I have a Heinz manual.
Haynes. You meant Haynes.
Somebody's missing a vowel. Would you like to buy one?
Speaking of buying things, you can buy frozen breakfast burritos from The Bowl Is Too Small.
Or actually,
Hit up
just
Michael
me, right?
Chandler.
Yeah, just hit me up.
Okay.
Find me on Facebook.
Can I buy some?
Yeah, you can.
I want some.
$6 a piece, or
All right.
4 for $20.
So before we go do this back and forth too much, AJ, it is your turn to have 1 minute on the clock for your rebuttal against whatever Mike just put out there.
against
Argue against that garbage.
And your timer
Mike's
begins
ramblings.
now.
I mean, magazines are great, cute little bite-sized articles that somebody mass-produced, with a gun to their head in the basement of whatever publishing studio they have. But you can't fill up on snacks, even if you're at a party. Hot Rod Magazine doesn't get girls. Talking about Shakespeare, you're going to be raking in all them drama chicks. Damn it, I thought I had more. Yeah, I mean, when are you going to see something as high class as War and Peace sitting on the rack, askew, upside down at the grocery store? You need that's too lowbrow for you. It's too lowbrow for you, listener. You need to go out there and improve your vocabulary
5 seconds.
and read a good book. Read yourself a good book, and then you won't be able to read those magazines because they'll be too short.
Well thought out for the first 30 seconds at least.
I'm so much smarter when I'm drunk. I tell you that.
First off, you can fill up on snacks, says the guy who eats regularly a bag of Funyuns for dinner. So, fuck off.
Well, we're going to start your minute, and you can debate that, Mike. And go.
Cool. I have a minute to go get another drink.
Debating eating Funyuns for dinner. No, that's a terrible thing. And while books are great, I mean, they prove that you're worldly and well-read. They don't necessarily mean that you are plugged into what is happening in the world around you. I mean, Tolstoy and Shakespeare and Joyce and all that shit's great. And your high fantasy novels are great, especially when they're turned into TV shows that end with a fucking fizzle. Game of Thrones. But magazines, newspapers, I mean, these things, I mean, those articles are not mass produced by somebody in a basement with a gun to their head. People are actually out there doing work, researching, checking sources, verifying things, and blowing the lid off all sorts of crazy ass shit. I mean, come on. There's a Bob Woodward book over here that I only know Bob Woodward because...
Did I just drop out, or did you guys just drop out?
What?
No, we're still here.
Whatever. I'm just saying, books are cool, but magazines and newspapers are better.
There's your time.
There it is.
I just wanted to show this.
Well played on time. Stop showing us Haynes manuals.
This
Nobody
is just-
cares.
It's a small selection of my collection.
Nobody gives a fuck.
I give a fuck.
Okay, I kind of give a fuck. Do you?
Did you want to fix in the 1975 truck? I have a shop manual for it.
I mean, I've got like a 75 Audi like factory service manual.
I
in the
want a
basement.
74 factory service.
All right, we're just going to take Zach out.
Oh,
AJ's got.
there's knowledge
Jack
in these books.
Yes, there is. AJ's got Jack Daniels. I've got room temperature pub beer because I couldn't be bothered to take this into the basement.
All right,
I
so
don't
so
just
how
have Jack
many of
Daniels,
those?
I have the good Jack Daniels,
Oh, yeah,
yes,
you do.
the best Jack Daniels.
the best kind of Jack Daniels.
Which AJ knows this. I got a bar set. I just bought it as like a Prime Day impulse buy. I really need to go to the liquor store to make use of that damn thing.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I know. I also need to I figured out what's wrong with my computer. I just need a better video card.
I mean, the NVIDIA 3070s come out next month, I think.
Well, so here's a real quick aside before everybody declares that I lost. So, I mean, the last time this is like a 10-year-old build. I got some major updates like 2-3 years ago. I've been looking at like the latest and greatest like budget modern stuff. No. You got to look at the stuff that was like really awesome when you built the thing. So I'm like, $200. I'll just go get a new processor and like the best available video card at the time. Suddenly, I can edit video and play BattleTech with the mods. I mean,
Okay.
They've got.
listen, I don't need much. I just
That's a
need
debate for a different day, but
Last year's top of the line is going on, on the used market, going cheap. So because everybody's trying to upgrade.
Oh, I Facebook Marketplace knows me very well. They keep trying to sell me video cards and white PlayStation 4s. They know exactly what I'm looking for right now.
I have a white PlayStation 4 actually.
I need to take my PlayStation 4. I need to actually shut it off and take it over to Game Changers and have them do like a thorough deep cleaning on it. Not because I think it really needs it, but just how much it sounds like a jet plane a lot of the time is really concerning to me.
Just go get a bunch of those air in the can dusters.
I mean, I can, but I like Game Changers and I kind of want to support,
Okay.
local business. Plus,
I'm just saying the PlayStation 4s especially are really good for blow through. They do gunk up a lot, but they're also really easy to clean without taking them apart. I fix PlayStation, so I kind of. But yeah, do a quick cleanup, and that should solve your issue.
Yeah.
Hard drive upgrades are something you can do on your own as long as you've got a screwdriver.
Oh yeah, no, I already threw a 1 terabyte drive in that thing, and then
Okay.
yeah, and then Zach, just because I think you might care about this, I've started harvesting the old pod computer for parts.
You're a good man.
That's what I'm here for. Alrighty, so
yeah.
what say you,
if-
Andrew? You're the arbiter here.
So he says, I think Mike still books take too long to read, too long didn't read, aka magazines. Still wins.
I feel like
So I think he's trying to say that Mike still wins.
I voted AJ.
I don't think we get votes in this, but
Bullshit. I want votes.
well, in that case, then I get to be the tiebreaker.
Oh God.
Andrew Jolly's over
we
there
don't
pulling
get
a
votes. We
James
don't get
Jones
votes.
having a strong call up.
Okay, so anybody
continue
who
my
is
streak?
anybody who's watching right now, did Mike win or did AJ win? Who had the better argument? Who was more convincing in their side? We will wait for your answer, and in the meantime, Mike, entertain us.
So two things. One, I'm full on.
AJ, stepping up.
All right, there he is. No, I'm full on Costanza with a lot of this crap because, like, I remember better. I come up with better arguments after the moment has passed, like the crossover thing, the Macan, the SQ3 and the SQ5, the X3M, things that'll just like destroy a lot of things and are much nicer places to be than pretty much anything that any of us are driving. I didn't think of that until the day fucking after I got fucking waxed.
Well, Mike, you do have access to the entire debate topic list. You can think about these things.
I mean, I can, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna.
That's a fair assessment.
Yeah, I mean, seriously.
What else are you going to do in the shower? Why not think about some of these debate topics? I was going to say one, but we need to save those for future guests.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say something else I could be doing in the shower, but I mean, you know,
There's a lot.
No, not going there at all. Even though AJ's going somewhere, he is all over the place.
I like we're getting the tour of AJ's house right now.
Yes.
No, I just realized Amanda's asleep on the couch, so I'm bringing you guys into the office so I don't wake her up.
hell yeah,
Hey, that's nice of you.
there it is.
So, do you want me to read some passages from my Plymouth Shadow Sundance?
No, there's a dude in Drift, Utah, who's trying to get everybody in Drift, Utah, to talk his friend out of trying to build a Z32 shell. Like the guy bought it for $300 bucks.
It's so great.
And it's weird. There are 47 comments on the thread. Half of them are, no, don't do it. It's a fucking waste of time. And the other half are, why are you guys being so mean? What everybody seems to be missing is the friend is 15. He has absolute dick for knowledge about cars and working on them. Also, he wants to put a turbo KA in this thing that has no suspension, no drivetrain, a cut harness. We don't know if it's the engine harness or a chassis harness. Interior in some state, and the guy wants it done by March.
So with that new knowledge now, like I haven't made any posts, but I thought of making some posts. I was 15 at one point. I remember like the cars I owned when I was 15, but when I started getting into cars, those were more valuable than any of the cars I own now because I learned all of my knowledge from working on cars. I had projects that never got finished. I still have that now, but I now have the ability to finish them. Where when I was that age, if I didn't have those entry level, big dreams, big sky ambitions.
Yeah, I mean, it's like back in the
You
day.
guys had cars when you were 15?
No,
I mean-
but when I got into cars, I thought I clarified that. Sorry.
We were aware they existed. Mr. Mercedes had debuted his auto cycle, so we kind of knew what was going on.
We were born a few years after that, all right?
When
Vulcanized
Gerald
tire.
Will you please vulcanize my tires, good sir?
Top it up with
Gerald
petroleum distillate.
when Gerald Ford invented the Automo car.
Yes, exactly. Then went and had some nachos and a beer.
That ran on a tank of burning fossils.
I'm just
Get
imagining
that
like
reference, you get a prize.
I'm just imagining like a steam train set up with some dude just like shoveling bones in instead of coal.
Well, isn't that a Futurama reference?
It is a Futurama reference.
Yeah, see, me and AJ discovered this one night when we were playing Destiny and I was trying to stream and nobody could hear the amazing shit AJ was saying because the fucking PlayStation 4 is a nightmare for streaming stuff sometimes. But yeah, he's definitely like Futurama. We're the Simpsons, and it's great.
Well, and Mike, I think you put it best when you said everybody has a David X. Cohen cartoon that they absolutely love.
Oh yeah, everybody's got one. And you fall into a camp, and it's usually a David X. Cohen camp, and it's perfect.
So,
well, I think the official results are in of Andrew being the only person that voted, and he voted Mike. So Mike actually gets one on the board.
I'm out of the basement.
I'm
In more ways than one.
I'm still in the basement.
AJ, I apologize that Andrew hates you and has a personal vendetta against you, but personally, I thought your argument was much more convincing and solid. But
I mean,
I
truth
mean,
be
I don't
told,
know.
I was hoping for books. I was really hoping I was going to be pro book.
Pro books.
I mean, from
because you can throw them at people and inflict damage?
I can't believe he did me dirty like that. A fellow Andrew doing me dirty, but it is what it is.
Well, I don't know. Next time you're out here, we'll arrange a fucking fist fight or something.
Okay,
We'll
I'm
get
down for that.
We got a scrap going.
Winner gets wing coop.
I'm down for a white trash carnival.
There it is.
So
Yeah,
oh, sorry.
Andrew's saying that me and Trent are just striving to modify a Model T. My friend, I'm trying to hitch up more Clydesdales, really get that horsepower to the ground, get that cart and buggy going.
He's like, hey, check out these composite shoes.
Yeah, I'm still in the steam powered era, so like, I mean, what's with this? And
I'm just dosing my horses with
gasoline.
Just dosing my horses with anabolic steroids. They're not gonna have a happy life, but man, for that little bit of time, it's gonna be fucking kick ass.
They're here for a good time, not a long time.
I mean, they're animals, and the good Lord gave us dominion over animals, which I had to lay on my coworker today after she was talking about how she was crying because she watched somebody make sausage.
I mean, real quick, Andrew Jolly in the chat. I mean, we share initials as well as a first name, so like, we should be on a level together. You know, we should be helping each other out.
Yeah,
we're not just
solidarity.
first name
That
bros,
way.
we're initial bros. Come on, man. We should be helping each other.
I should really.
Apparently, he doesn't see it that way. He sees you as
Apparently not.
competition.
There can only be one
There
Highlander.
can only be one, and I'm a Highlander.
All right.
I feel a little pent up. Can I argue next?
Okay, sure. Why not?
So I guess that's going to be against Mike because Mike was the winner, and I think there is only one of these that are like legitimate. Although for you guys, number 2 might work.
Truth be told, none of them are legitimate.
I could do.
What about number
2.
5?
I could do number 5.
5's legitimate.
I could do number 5.
Could I get a number 3 and 2 number 2s? One with a large fry.
Can I get a number
And,
2, no lettuce, Dr. Pepper, and onion rings instead of fries? Thanks.
I could do number 2. It would be rough. I would, and I could also do number 5 pretty easily.
Ooh.
Zach's
Listen.
doing a rough number 2.
Yeah, I mean, I can. It's really just going to be a lot of drunk swinging at a frat party for
Yeah,
really
I
either
don't.
one
I
of
don't know if
these.
number 2 is going to work.
No, I think that's going to be a me and Trent thing at some point.
I'm
Who does
getting
number
there.
2 work for?
Well, so I know the top 2, of course. I know the top 3, of course. I don't think I know who this guy is,
Oh,
and I don't know who the last one is.
okay. So I am going to let you know, Zach. The cable guy is he. It's the episode. I think it's Lisa
What?
versus the Eighth Commandment.
We'll talk about it off air because we'll get to that.
I want to give Andrew some fucking homework. Okay, give him a couple Simpsons episodes to watch.
I know the episode. I know Lisa and the Eighth Amendment.
Yeah, it's where where Homer steals cable, and yeah, that's the cable.
I
guy.
watched it the other day.
The Cable Guy is a Jim Carrey classic.
Get the popular Matthew Broderick vehicle.
Cable Guy.
All right, so if we're gonna do number 5, Zach versus Mike.
Fuck.
Should we do a coin flip to see who goes first, and then a coin flip for which one they get to debate, or we haven't figured this out yet, obviously.
Okay, so hold on. So I think we need to do a coin flip to see who goes first. And then, much like in football, the winner of the coin flip decides, receive, or defer, and then the
Okay.
loser
All
gets
right.
to decide which way they defend. So, winner of the first coin flip gets to decide if they're going first or second. The loser gets to pick which side they are arguing.
I like
or
that.
the winner in that case.
I like that.
Okay, I'm gonna go tails. It's the risky move, but I'm gonna go tails.
Let's see if it pays off.
Siri, flip a coin. It's heads this time.
Fuck!
It's always heads.
What the fuck? Is it rigged? Do we need to Google, is Siri rigged?
It really
No.
seems like it's fucking rigged. It's been heads this entire time.
I don't think there's been a single tails this entire episode, this entire show.
And it goes
Siri,
against
flip a coin.
it goes against my Madden logic, which is tails never fail.
It's
That's
tails.
messed up.
Hey, it did this time.
All
No,
right.
but it's
Okay,
not
so-
rigged.
Okay, so I won the first
You-
one, so
you
I gotta
won.
go
Yeah.
decide first. I'm going to go second.
So now Zach gets to pick which topic he wants to argue.
Yes, Zach, are you
Or
a
which side of the topic?
I am
Yeah.
going to go Maybach. Oh, so we should probably
Okay,
discuss
so
what the
the-
topic is, yeah.
I was getting there. Just
Sorry.
hold your horses. The topic is Mercedes Maybach, which they just released a brand new one, and the Rolls-Royce Ghost, which they just released a brand new one. So it is
I didn't
a
know about either
perfect
of them.
argument, and you guys get to decide that. Zach is going with the Maybach. Mr. M. Chan Photo is going to go with the Rolls-Royce Ghost, but he is going to go second.
Mm-hmm.
So that puts Mike, or that puts Zach, rather. I was looking at Mike. Zach in the hot seat. Let me get a timer going for a minute and a half.
I'm gonna let Zach paint himself into a quarter, and then I'm going to spill
Oh,
the bucket of
yeah.
paint and fuck myself.
Oh, yeah.
Listen, 2-beer
Yes.
Mike has a bunch of great ideas. 3-beer Mike, question.
I have no beers right now, so I'm going to the sober, which might make this actually worse for me.
I haven't eaten.
That is
Yeah.
frightening.
I haven't eaten anything since noon, and I've been up since 5.
Oh.
Yeah, no good. Okay. Zach, I've got a timer ready for you. And go.
Okay, so there's a fatal flaw in this argument, which is Maybach is actually a full brand in itself. I'm not arguing against one vehicle. I'm arguing against a whole fleet of vehicles against one vehicle. There is a Maybach series vehicle over every... What are you doing down there, Trent?
I'm telling you, you're wrong, but keep going.
There is. There's a Maybach S-Class. There's a Maybach G-Wagon. I think those are the only two I know right now. But there is a Maybach G-Wagon.
Used to be, yes.
See? Exactly. Shut the fuck up. Let me do my
Used to
argument. We're arguing about all of them. There's no years on here. So, Maybach is the top of the top of the top. So, it is above AMG. It is luxury. Heads of state get driven around them. Fucking Kim Jong-un has one. He has a presidential Maybach, or I think it's a Pullman Maybach, or whatever it is. It is the luxury of the luxury. In the Maybach S-Class, you have a seat that folds forward. It can go all the way up. You don't need an extended wheelbase. You have the entire car. It is the penultimate of luxury. And Maybach even created their own vehicle. I think it's called the Maybach 1. Just this grand of grand coupes. Just this gorgeous, massive, amazing, gorgeous coupe. What are you doing, Trent?
I
Stop
want to
pretending.
argue you so bad. Your timer's up. I was so distracted that thinking how wrong you were that I decided to stop looking at the timer. But it's okay.
The Maybach coupe is a thing.
There's never been one produced. There's the S650 convertible that they produced.
You're fucking stupid.
There was a concept.
Okay.
Yeah.
If this car does not exist,
Not a real vehicle.
if this car,
Wow.
Anyway. Mike, it is your turn.
you do not get to mute me.
You have a minute.
You do not get to mute. I can say my asshole.
Zach, you're actually incorrect. The Maybach coupe is a concept.
It is a fully functioning, working concept.
Yeah, there are a bunch of those.
Still
out.
not a production vehicle.
Did I ever say it was a production vehicle?
No, but it doesn't.
You heavily
count
implied
when-
it.
I mean, you did heavily imply it, and then also.
Why are you stopping on my parade?
Wait, is it fully functional? Because all I see on the Mercedes website is renders.
No, this is an actual car. It is at the German Mercedes Museum. I will pull up photos of it because it is gorgeous.
All right, so Mike, you have a minute and a half to get a bunt in and bring it home on the Rolls-Royce Ghost. Your timer begins now.
When one thinks of luxury, the pinnacle of the upper class, they are not thinking of the best Mercedes out there, which Zach correctly pointed out is the favorite of many homicidal dictators out there. No, it is the Rolls-Royce, the top of the top, the company that makes their leather from bulls because they know that cows get stretch marks when they're pregnant. Things that are hand assembled, hand painted. When you have some custom paint work done on your Rolls-Royce, it is done by one of a few gentlemen who have decades of experience in this. It is not slapped together by Hans or Johann or somebody in some factory, some heartless, soulless factory in Germany. No, it is put together by Milt or Walt or some other name that really hasn't been given to a child since World War II in some place in England at some point in time, haphazardly, but it gives it character. The fact that it is just kind of thrown together. Hi, Dad, how are you doing? Oh, you brought me food. Oh, thank God. Thank you.
Hey, Jeff.
Trent says hi. Hi, Trent. He says hi back.
There's your timer, but y'all give you a couple extra seconds.
No, you know what? I'm going to take my extra time to. So some of you know my mom had she had a brain tumor removed earlier this year. The brain tumor was the size of a tennis ball, and it's been kind of a struggle to, the right side of her body may never get back to 100%. She might be Robert Kubica as far as that is concerned, where it's really, he can use the right side of his right hand 5% of the capability it used to have. But today in therapy, she actually made chocolate chip cookies. So
Wow.
yeah, so
Oh,
I'm
nice.
actually going to try one, and she's going to help me with Thanksgiving dinner. And I just want you to take into account that I am caring for my elderly parents. So
Are you playing the sympathy card?
yeah,
I'm
I am.
not gonna make fun of you for that because you have a valid excuse. But damn,
I was on board with Mike winning this, but now they pulled that out. I might have to give this one to Zach based on that alone. You don't pull that crap out. Like, just let that happen on its own. You don't have to say it.
I'm
You
gonna
just had
say
to
it.
explain the story, and then everybody would be like, oh, let's give it to Mike. But now that you say, give it to me because of my woes.
Zach, Trent, I'm talking to an American audience. I have to over-explain this thing, or else everybody's going to say, "Oh, it was too subtle for me to understand." I had to fucking spell it out in crayon on the wall.
okay. I want to make a clarification and an amendment to my original argument. Not on my time. The Mercedes Excelsior was a one production vehicle. It is not a prototype or a concept.
Not a production vehicle. I just clarified this with you that you're reading off the thing I sent to you.
At no point did I say it was the production vehicle. You're putting.
You
words
just said
in
it
my
was a
mouth.
production vehicle. You said they made one for production.
Thank you, Andrew.
Trent, will you give me my time?
Maybe. Go.
Okay, I'm going to list off some names, and you tell me if this isn't the top of the top. Jay-Z, Lil Wayne, Jay Leno, Fuck up.
I'll hit you with one name.
Samuel L. Jackson. There's some more in here that are some good. Woody Allen. These are the top, the prestige. These are Maybach owners. These are people who want to be seen, who want to be known, and want to make sure that they are driven in the best of the best. Okay, your Lord of England drives in his Ghost or whatever. That's cool. It's fine. But no one gives a shit about the Lord of Redchester or whatever the fucking you live. It's about being known and being seen. And heads of states drive this car. Yes, evil people drive these, but not everyone is evil. Wow, really? Was that short? Jesus. We should go back to 2 minutes.
No,
That was,
the
the
rebuttals were always
rebuttals are
shorter.
1 minute.
Oh, they're okay. Adrian, shut the fuck up.
I didn't even say anything.
I love how you're both just like dunking on the English and the German. Both the Germans, like both of you are just like,
Oh, don't worry.
slam dunk.
Oh, don't worry. I'm about to dunk on Jay-Z and Zach right now.
Well,
I'm
here's
a-
1 minute. Here's 1 minute to do so.
Okay, yeah, Hova, The Rock is strong and alive. Everybody knows the Maybach from the fucking video that he did with Kanye where it was chopped up and beat to shit. You know who else was a huge fan of these Mercedes products? Hitler. Throwing that out there. So Zach is backing Hitler. I am backing Rolls-Royce, the people who powered the plucky Spitfire that
They're
defended
fucking
England.
owned by the Germans! They're owned by the Germans!
Not
not
for the
your
purposes
time,
of
Zach.
my argument, Zach. Not for the purposes of my argument. So go ahead and eat all the shit. Yes, Rolls-Royce defended England and the West from fascism and Nazism. So, I mean, you can go ahead and vote for Zach if you want, but we know who you're really voting for. And that is my time.
Mike.
Hold on. I
Coming
need
out
to put
strong.
something out there.
Zach, the
Nope.
time is over. You've had your rebuttal.
This isn't a rebuttal. This is not a
No.
rebuttal.
The time is up.
Okay, well, this is adding to
All
conversation.
arguments are in. Anything from here on out is going to be thrown out.
engineered by a man called Ulrich Eichhorn. Doesn't sound very British. Are you presenting Top?
Anyway,
My point still stands.
It's got too much power. They've overdone it. And
Fine.
So Andrew Jolly says he can't vote for Hitler.
Andrew, you've never voted for me.
So I think that is one vote for Mike.
You brought the Hitler out. You pulled the Hitler card.
Okay, if we figured out
In the
anything with Mike with his first argument, is that he is willing to go as lowbrow as possible for the win. He is willing to go full Tanya Harding, knock out some kneecaps, and just get the W however he can.
I don't give a shit about moving the country forward. I just want my party to win.
I can't believe you pulled
Jackson
the
says he
Hitler
can't
card.
vote.
I mean, I'm 2.5
It was
years
pretty
deep on
low.
a virtually empty stomach. What are you expecting? All of my other
That-
well thought out arguments aren't working.
Can I
Brett
just
said I was anti-journalism. So, man.
To be fair to Andrew Jolly's point, I'm sorry, Zach, you got to sell it. It did feel like you were playing defense most of that time. You got to go on the offense.
Prevent defense prevents you from winning.
We've broken Zach. He doesn't even want to look at us anymore.
I mean, in Mike's defense, Jay-Z also has a Rolls Royce. So.
Yeah. Well, there were some other people on that list that I'm like, I don't know if I could name those people and like be respected, like Floyd Mayweather. Like,
Ooh, no, you can't name Money Mayweather. Come on, fuck him.
yeah.
Floyd,
There's a reason
Floyd
why-
Mayweather also has a Rolls Royce.
Well, he has everything. He's Money Mayweather.
Yeah, he's also illiterate and a wife beater, so fuck him.
As is most of.
Listen,
Stop while I'm ahead. Stop on that.
Yeah, just pump the brakes there. Just,
AJ, we don't want to dock you a point. Our first ever, negative point.
Zach, AJ goes
I
on the
don't-
board with a -1.
I don't feel like getting doxxed. Thank you.
Well, Zach's getting close too. So Mike now officially puts one on the board.
He pulled the sympathy card and the Hitler card.
A win's a win.
He won. He won.
Hey man, much
I
like
don't
Taylor,
agree.
much like Taylor Hull and his bullshit advanced. I mean, I won. I was within the scope of the law. I was within the rules. Guess we're gonna have an off-season rewrite.
Isn't that how Mayweather beat McGregor on technical?
I mean, technically, yeah.
So, I mean, living up to the car owners that you're defending.
Well, I should have. Zach is sending me propaganda.
I am technically correct, which is the best kind of correct.
Just the best kind of correct.
There it is.
I have the worst friends.
Okay.
But you also finished before your time went up.
So I had time to fucking showboat.
A good bureaucrat always gets it done exactly on time.
Yeah, well, a good bureaucrat also isn't drunk right now and pounding cookies like there's no fucking tomorrow.
Actually,
So
I think a good bureaucrat might be drunk right now.
I mean, Hermes is Jamaican and he's got the munchies. Let's be real here.
Oh, true.
this is true. Also, I do want to point out
Do
that
you want some of his famous jerk chicken?
He's pounding rum and satiating the munchies.
fuck. Now I'm actually legitimately hungry for something that I don't have, nor do I have the means to produce. Fuck. And I do want to point out that real quick, Trent. When my dad walked in, that sweater he was wearing, it's at least 8 years old, and I bought it. So, like, that was in my closet, and then I was going to donate it, and then it disappeared from the bag. So, shout out to Jeff, getting mileage out of things.
That sweater's older than Zach.
God.
Andrew Jolly, I love you, Zach, but we're all enemies here.
Damn fucking straight.
I mean,
Can
yeah.
I want to do like a special episode where instead of individual, we do. Wow, that comment is great.
Locked?
What did that say?
Nothing.
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 All right.
We'll talk about it afterwards.
We're talking about it after.
Yeah.
What was I going to say? No, we should do a teams argument.
No, nobody. No.
Oh God! So you mean I'm going to be So you mean a boat anchor is going to be attempting to drag another boat anchor with it?
You can use.
So it's just gonna be me and Mike stumbling on each other's shoulder down the street trying to hail a cab.
Yeah, it's one thing when you're doing this in the same room, but over the internet, being on Teams, I don't think it works very well.
Yeah, well,
'Cause you're just going to be trying to talk over each other. You can't read the room.
our God has arrived at the tail end of this thing. Thank you, Jake.
Jake Morrow, thank you for jumping in.
Fucking based onesie
mhm.
God.
Hey,
I mean,
yeah,
Zach
Mike won this one, Jake. So you know what?
This one's for you, Jake. That little boy that I crippled and put in the hospital. I don't have to come back and finish the job.
I mean, Zach, let's be real here. Zach couldn't read a room if it was in a magazine column.
Oof.
AJ, I thought we were friends. I'm blocking you on Facebook after this.
Wow.
We're done.
Mic drop.
Jesus. No, you just threw it at him. You threw the mic at him, and he was not expecting it.
I'm
I
done.
need that.
Fucking
The
Andrew.
butler from SNL with a microphone on a silver platter to walk in just so I can pick it up and drop it.
God damn. Hey Trent, can I make mention of a couple of things?
You may.
Okay,
I was going to make mention first of all that you won, so congratulations. Go ahead and do one of those.
I'm going to count this as a victory lap, so thank you. Go me. One, I am wearing the Cam shirt. I took a lot of time to bootleg from the Pan Am logo. So you people had your chance. You had your fucking chance, but you did nothing. Anyway, so on Friday, it is Black Friday. I have absolutely no plans on going anywhere and doing any sort of shopping. And I would like to continue raising money for my Extra Life campaign, which raised goes to Primary Children's Hospital here in Salt Lake. So I'm going to be doing a little bit of like an 8 to 10 hour stream on Black Friday. So feel free to join in. And also, first weekend of December, we're blowing the dust off the Nerding for Beginners podcast. So me, Glenn, our man of many things, and potentially, Zach, Leroy Boltface has been he's been hanging out in limbo. We can bring him back.
I might take you up on that.
All right. It's been a minute since someone has almost been stabbed in the dick for trying to get one over on a cat person. And then
be given a handful of tin.
Yep. There it is.
Rattle can to gold.
So yeah, we're gonna hop back into it. So me, Glenn, Brandon, potentially Zach, but who knows who else is gonna be joining us, but we're gonna be getting back into the main campaign. So that's gonna be first weekend of December. We're gonna do some recording. So because I've finally caught up on Nerd Poker, and I've been watching Tex of the Black Pants Legion on YouTube play through BattleTech, the PC game, and him telling stories about BattleTech, the tabletop game. So I'm like, I need to get back into this shit. So this Friday, tune in, twitch.tv/CamAutoMike. Crack open your wallet. I know you're already doing it anyway, so help me help the kids. And then, look for some new Nerding for Beginners content coming out in December.
Can I plug
Excellent.
something?
No. Yes, Zach, go ahead.
I just wanted to plug my Instagram.
Oh yes, please do. You got some good stuff up there, dude.
I try to post daily. It's difficult when I don't make a lot of content. But
this is where you were supposed to put in the thing.
No, I realized that today. I should probably do that. Yeah. Check out Zach Lords 35mm 35mm on Instagram. I post stuff from around Utah, camping trips, cool aesthetic photos I've taken, both film and digital. And yeah.
Yeah, it's
Very
quality.
good. So Zach Lord's 35mm, right?
There we go. That's it.
Cool. So this podcast is not quite out on audio format yet. It was supposed to be this week, but it turns out there's this whole thing happening. I think it's a holiday where we give thanks. Mainly it's about shopping, but anyway.
Yeah, the American tradition of Flag Day.
So we're going to postpone that for next week. Next week, the first 3 episodes will roll out, including this one, obviously being episode number 3. And then the following week, it'll be episodes 4 and 5 because we're recording episode 4. And then the next week, you'll have 5. And then we'll go back to once.
But that goes as
once a week.
That's not my name. That's the Cam name. Oops.
Cam name works. Go ahead and take it.
So,
just run with it.
But the podcast in audio format will be available on all the platforms. So make sure to like, subscribe, review, all that fun stuff. In the meantime, though, we're here live on YouTube. We're here on Facebook. Make sure to do those same things. Like, subscribe, hit the bell notification, all that fun stuff that allows us to keep bringing this content to you for free, because at the rate we're going, we're going to have to stick a paywall behind this thing because none of you people are buying our stuff. So buy some burritos from Mike. How about that?
Yeah, buy some burritos from Mike. Buy some stickers from me.
Ooh, I need a new sticker.
Which one do you need?
I would like the holographic one.
I'll get you a holographic one.
Yeah.
And AJ, I've got stickers for you. They're in an envelope. I just need to find some time to abuse the mail machine at work.
Excellent. I did get your print. It's awesome.
Good.
I'm gonna get a frame for it here soon. It's probably gonna wind up going in the office here. We're trying to go for kind of a car
Thing.
sort of theme thing, but it's probably actually gonna go where that one is on the wall.
All right.
Put it somewhere else.
I'll take it. I'll
Nice.
take that prime real estate on the wall. And oh
Mhm.
yeah, also another way you can support us, camautomag.smugmug.com. We have photos there from all of the NASA Utah events, the Pirelli World Challenge events, Drift Utah events, Salt City Drift, Innovative Drift. I mean, we're talking going back to almost the very beginnings of CAM. There are all sorts of photos on there. So head over there, camautomag.smugmug.com, buy some prints. I'm going to take a cut because your boy needs some money. Pub beer is not free. However much I tried to walk out of the store with it. But also, it's going to go back into, getting this podcast going and keeping the lights on and all that fun stuff. So there we go.
All right. Perfect. AJ, thank you for taking time out of your day to hop on. And yeah,
Absolutely.
we are not worthy. You put up a valiant effort. In my mind, you won. So
I want to argue again just for funsies. That was fun.
Well, I mean, join me on the live stream on Friday. We'll argue about all sorts of random garbage.
I would if I didn't have family coming out.
Well,
But
damn
we're
them.
gonna have family. I know they're coming all the way out from Utah, so we gotta entertain them.
I mean, just put on a Rankin and Bass Christmas special. Fuck it.
Or
There'll
just
be plenty
play
of
all
entertainment.
the entire camp's backlog.
There it is. They got
there you
200.
go.
Yeah, they've got a shit ton of episodes to catch up on.
I'll put on a Charlie Brown Thanksgiving, turn the volume down, and then have the Camcast going on in the background.
Or put the stream on, disappear into another room, and then suddenly when they hear your voice, just
See, there you go.
problem solved.
It's like you're there.
It's
Three
almost
beer-
like I'm there.
3-beer Mike is solving problems.
Good, because he can't argue for shit.
Wow.
Sober Mike can't argue for shit. 3-beer Mike can't argue for shit. But you know what? You know who can argue? 2-beer Mike.
But 3-beer Mike can problem solve, and 2-beer Mike can't.
No, so it's really, you just got to catch me at the right part of the evening.
You got to ride that line.
God help you if
You gotta
liquor is involved, then it's really just like, it is, you got 30 seconds of me being able to argue or problem solve or fix something.
Mike, you got to pound the first two and nurse the third one. Kind of stretch that out as much as possible. All right.
I can't make that promise. I can't make that promise.
Hey, but you know what though? 4-beer Mike is great at 4s to 7.
I guess we'll really. Fuck! I gotta go to the. All right. I have a plan for after work tomorrow, assuming I get the early day or when. Okay, Wednesday after. No, fuck! God damn it! I hate this state and the fact that I can't buy liquor at the grocery store. All right. Well, it might be like 17 beer Mike on Friday. I mean, so who knows? Tune in, see what happens. AJ,
I'd love to just walk down to the liquor store on the corner and send you some booze, but apparently it's a felony.
There's actually something you could, in theory, send me, and it is. I have to look it up, but there is. I'm going to save this stupid ass. Do you want to hear my stupid ass tangent about biscuits, people in the chat, or do we just want to land this plane?
We're an hour and 18 minutes into this thing. I think we'll save the biscuits for after we end this live stream.
Okay.
Are they English biscuits or are they like American biscuits?
American biscuits.
Okay.
All right. So, AJ, tell us where people can find more information about you and connect with you.
Find me on Instagram. I am just _another_drummer. I used to post pictures of my Saab. Now it's mostly just pictures of me fitting various garden implements into small vehicles and my dog. Find me on Facebook, AJ Glassmocker. You can come scream at me about my political opinion and my opinion on cars.
Well,
All right.
the chat is speaking.
I mean, I can Jackson and Andrew, they're friends of mine on Facebook. I can explain on Facebook. So,
Mike, you need to go live on Facebook after this. Just let's see all the 3 Beer Mike explain biscuits.
no, 3 Beer Mike is going to go pee after this. So,
I gotta break the seal.
yeah, 3 Beer Mike is like hasn't eaten since noon and has had precious little water since then. So, things are happening. Your boy's got to go take care of business.
All right. Well, thank you everybody for joining us on episode 3 of Camp Shenanigans. We promise next time we will pretend that we're going to get better, but really it'll be the same old thing next week where we don't know how to flip a coin.
We're going to say we're going to get better, but you and I both know we're not going to get better. This is
what you're here for. Embrace it. But on that note, I have been Trent.
I have been Mike.
I have been Zach.
And I've been AJ.
Good night, everybody. Love you long time.
Broadcast.